KTHV 11 News at 10.
An apparent road rage incident turns deadly this weekend. The mother of the victim saying tonight, Mother's Day will never be the same. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lisa Hutson. A deadly Benton County shooting. Deputies say a woman is not cooperating with investigators after she is accused of shooting and killing her husband yesterday. A bizarre case investigators are still trying to unravel. Sunday, a man near Carlisle is kidnapped from his home by two armed men and then thrown into a van. The Cabot grandmother is in trouble with the law tonight after authorities busted juveniles drinking at a party held at her home. It was a great day to take a nice walk, but how about spending your entire summer walking across the country? A graduation day 70 years in the making. Mal Davis, that is awesome. He's got to do us proud out there.
I wonder what his contract's going to look like.
Lisa, are you excited?
So sorry for them, but so glad that is not us.
Yeah, ditto.
That is rough.
It's good to have you here.
It is, and you know, yesterday it was so cold. I was at the Little Rock Marathon. Yeah. Freezing that morning, but it wasn't as bad this morning.
No, we're gonna rerun the marathon now.
Sarah, please tell me you've got some good news for all the moms out there. It's a very special day tomorrow. We've got to have some good weather.
Yes.
Tonight on THV 11 News, road rage leads to a deadly shooting in Little Rock. Plus, a man and woman found shot to death in Hot Spring County, and a special graduation for a class of one. More news starts right now.
Now, the difference in news and information in Arkansas. THV 11 News at 10.
A man dead tonight after a road rage incident on I-30. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lisa Hutson. That is our top story tonight. It happened around 1:30 this afternoon at 6th and Ferry. Police say the man dead tonight is 45-year-old Arista Aldridge. Little Rock police say Aldridge and a suspect by the name of Chris Schnarr were both driving westbound on I-30 when they got into a road rage incident. Both men exited I-30 onto 6th Street and pulled over. Investigators say Aldridge got out and approached the other car. That's when officers say Schnarr, the other driver, pulled a gun and shot him twice, once in the chest and again in the shoulder. Schnarr, now in police custody, is charged with first-degree murder. Aldridge died at a local hospital. We will continue to update the story as more information becomes available. A man and woman have been found shot to death in Hot Spring County. Deputies found their bodies Friday afternoon on Spot Eford Road. The Hot Spring County Sheriff's Department says they are conducting an investigation. They say they will not release the names of the victims until their relatives have been notified. And a new judge will now hear the murder trial of a Jonesboro woman charged in a plot to kill her husband. Circuit Judge Victor Hill will replace Judge Lee Fergus for the trial of 34-year-old Michelle Despain. Despain allegedly hired a man to kill her husband, Mark Despain, who was shot to death in the couple's home in August 2011. 3 others charged in the case include Michelle Despain's father, Carr Kelly. The 3 have each pleaded guilty and have now been sentenced to prison. Despain's trial was set to begin June 17th, but will now be postponed. No word yet on the reason for a new judge assignment. And the search for a Conway fisherman who disappeared Wednesday on the Arkansas River near Toadsuck Park turned up empty today. That fisherman is 43-year-old Mark Russell. Officials used a sonar boat to search. Authorities say Russell's last known location was 4 miles west of the lock and dam where they found his boat. And THV's Sarah Fortner joins us now with a first look at your forecast. Sarah, another beautiful day in the natural state. Sarah, thank you. Well, former UCA Chief of Staff Jack Gillian wants his felony trial moved out of Faulkner County. He's charged with felony commercial burglary for allegedly giving keys to a student who stole tests from professors' offices. The defense says an affidavit in the case that was given to the media last year before it was signed by the judge could improperly influence potential jurors. Potential venues for the trial could include Van Buren or Searcy counties. And tonight we bring you more from a special graduate here in Central Arkansas. This man not only made personal history, he's considered a catalyst for the reviving of Shorter College in North Little Rock. THV 11's Dustin Wilson explains. Now Hawkins plans to enroll at Philander Smith College to get his bachelor's in business. He hopes to open up his own restaurant one day or manage an existing one. Very good story there. And as if the day wasn't special enough for graduates of the Clinton School of Public Services, graduates of the master's program heard from former U.S. Chief of Staff and now Mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel. Emanuel spoke on the importance of developing a support network, namely thanking the graduates' parents. Emanuel gave graduates words of wisdom and even attempted a President Bill Clinton impersonation.
This is such a big deal to be here with you all.
I wish I had you as a speaker once, Ron. Hillary can't believe it. All right, that's it. I could do this whole thing like that. I'm not gonna. And I now know that I just saw that there's a TV camera back there. I'm in trouble.
Emmanuel lived and worked in Little Rock during President Clinton's 1992 presidential campaign. And congratulations are in order for the graduating class of the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville, the largest class ever. In fact, 1,000 more than last year took the stage today. Here's reporter Jocelyn. Walters says people with muscular dystrophy have a short life expectancy. He says this is part of what fuels his ambition.
Go on. Here, I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
A little girl seeing her daddy for the first time after a 10-month deployment. That is Staff Sergeant Jerry Claggett with the 2nd Battalion, 238th Air Ambulance, returning home from Kosovo last night. He's being greeted there by his wife Doris and 6-year-old daughter Ava. Claggett says he learned just 12 hours before landing in Little Rock that he would be coming home.
We returned to Atterbury, did all demo, did all the processing out, and we found out that we'd be flying home this evening. So here we are.
The remaining members of Claggett's unit are set to return to Camp Robinson this weekend. Now, we've followed the Claggett since Jerry deployed last July. You can find all of their stories on our website, KTHV11.com. Just look under the title, Cost of Freedom. Well, Prince Harry of Wales continues his tour of the U.S. The Prince today joined in the Warriors games where wounded U.S. soldiers compete. An Arkansas mother so proud of the event tonight. Kathy Caswell of Jacksonville sent us these pictures. Her son, Jason Caswell, a staff sergeant in the Air Force, competes Tuesday in the Warrior Games. Jason's mother describes Prince Harry as awesome and says he took extra time with the players, fitting in as part of the team. And giving back to others, that is what members of Grace Temple Church here in Little Rock spent the day doing. 42 of its members painted and installed custom shelving in a men's dorm at the Hope Shelter on West Markham. They also prepared and shared a meal with the men.
With the Salvation Army, we are painting men dormitory room. We are building shelves and nightstand for the men dormitory room. Also doing feeding for the Salvation Army men.
The Center of Hope Shelter sponsored by the Arkansas Salvation Army. You can find them all over the country, moving products and people to their desired destinations. We're talking about trains, and today marks the 6th annual National Train Day. Mayor Mark Sotola spoke at the Amtrak Little Rock Station about why trains matter. More than 200 communities expected to host events at local train stations, railroad museums, and other locations commemorating this year's theme, Trains Matter. A record 31.2 million passengers traveled on Amtrak in 2012 on more than 300 daily trains at speeds up to 150 miles per hour. Staggering numbers here. Mental illness affects 1 in every 4 people. It's according to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Hundreds of people hit the streets in downtown Little Rock today to raise money for the organization and to help break down the stigma surrounding mental illness. With a quarter of the population living with some form of it, nearly all of us know someone who's affected. Little Rock is one of more than 80 communities across the country to participate in this year's Name Walk. It was a great day to take a nice walk, but how about spending your entire summer walking across the country? We caught up with a 23-year-old Courtney